Hi and welcome back to Bills Cichlid Room. Well, it's been quite a while since I've done a video. I think it's about 6-7 months, something like that. The fish room's still going. I have got quite a new fish that I've not shown you actually. What we've done over the last few months, we've had a couple of auctions that I've been to. I did make a day trip down to Wharf, and I actually got a cracking pair of fish off a friend of a friend. So we'll have a look at those. So yeah, I won't go through all the tanks in this one. I'll probably do half of them, and then I'll put another one up in about a week's time with the rest of the fish. So thanks for watching and enjoy. But this is the first tank to have a look at. I actually got these last year sometime. So it's the Parachromis, commonly known as the Cuban cichlid. I don't know whether you remember or not, I actually did get a group. There was about 12 of them. They were about 1.5 inches in size. So I just left them in this tank, and they've actually whittled themselves down to a pair. So this is actually the male, as you can tell. The female is in there somewhere, but she's about a quarter of the size of him. But yeah, these are cracking fish. I'd say he's probably about 4 inches at the moment, so he's still got quite a bit of growing to do. But yeah, the pattern on them is fantastic. Yeah, so Nandopsis tetracanthus, the Cuban cichlid. Yeah, I don't know where the female's gone. Oh, there she is, behind the filter. As you can see, the size difference is quite a lot. I don't know what the light's going to be like on this tank. It's in an awkward position. But yeah, these are fish that I've had for quite a while. There's Severum, the Guanacara, the Uaru, another Severum, and these are the ones. It's the rainbow cichlids. Those that have been watching the videos for a few years will know they are one of my favourite fish, the rainbow cichlids. But these are ones that I picked up at the auction. So these from Dave from Scotland, so he comes down to the auction. So yeah, it's a cracking pair. They've been breeding quite regularly for me, and I've actually got some grow-ons at the moment which are about 2 weeks old. But yeah, when they're breeding now, I'll try and get some video next time. But yeah, they seem to go on this rock here, and all the other fish in the tank, they push to one side. Yeah, and red-tailed black shark. So the story with the red-tailed black shark, it was one of the first fish that I ever kept. So I was about 7 or 8 years old, and Jaws had not long been on the pictures. I went to the local fish shop, and they had a fish called a shark. So as you can imagine, I was hooked. So yeah, I've just got this one in here really for nostalgia. Yeah, he's been in there about 6 months now. Yeah, the light on this tank is awful. Well, the light off all the other tanks are awful. But yeah, the rainbow cichlids, that's what I wanted to show you. Right, this tank, it's the Amatitlania kanna. So I've had these for about 18 months. There's a pair of them in here, and these have been breeding quite regularly as well. So I actually took some of the fry off these again about 2 or 3 weeks ago. This is the female. The male's not used to having a camera shoved in his face. Yeah, so they're very much like the convict cichlids in appearance, but they get a lot smaller and they're not as aggressive. When they have the fry, they don't have as many, and they're a lot smaller. The eggs are a lot smaller. So yeah, for those people that like convict cichlids, or like the idea of a convict cichlid but don't like the aggression, yeah, these like the perfect compromise. It's Amatitlania kanna. So see if these ones will come out. So what we've got in here, there's 4 the rainbow cichlids, which are the offspring of the ones we looked before. These actually come with them from the auction. And there's 6 fish in here that I got from Wharf. They don't seem to want to come out. What they are, it's the Cichlid tuber. I see, give them a little bit longer and see whether they'll come out. So this is the newest pair of fish. So I've had these just over 2 weeks. It's the Parachromis Multifasciatus. So this is the female, as you can see she's bred, and this is the male. So these are what used to be called the feather starlight, but they're now, well, not now, it's for a few years they've been called the Multifasciatus. So yeah, I've got a breeding pair of them, as you can see. So many thanks to Rob on the Wirral, that's who I got these from. As I say, I've only had them about 2 weeks. So the glass is a bit dirty on this one. Every time I go to clean it, he's took a disliking to me. You know, I've got the little magnet. You'll see what I mean. So yeah, trying not to freak him out too much. That one's stuck there now. Get that out a bit later. But yeah, he's quite aggressive because he's got a load of fry. Badly needs a water change, this tank as well. But yeah, I'll leave it for about another week. I'll top it up and leave it for another week before I do a big deep clean on it. But yeah, the fry off these, there's thousands of them. So what I'll do, I'll probably try and siphon off about 20 or 30 of these and grow them on. So if anybody's interested in these, they'll be in the Bills Cichlid Group auction in the not too distant future, probably the November one. Yeah, it's a cracking pair. So what the story behind these is, big fish lad Paul Needham, he actually had a pair and actually grew some fry on, and Rob actually got about 6 of his youngsters when they were about an inch and a half in size. And he actually grew them on, waited for them to pair off, and this is one of the pairs. So this is a pair that come from the fry off big fish lads. So if you go onto his channel and look at the videos from about 2 or 3 years ago, you might even see these as youngsters. He's not happy with me looking at these at all, is he? Trying to get a side view of him, but he's just not coming out here. But there we go. Doesn't like me at all. The yellow in the female, so you can see why they're sometimes called the yellow jackets. So Multifasciatus, formerly the feather starlight. Yeah, I've just put some food in, so they're coming out now. So these are the Cichlid tuber. So yeah, they were really skittish when I first put them in, which is why I put the rainbow cichlids in there with them. And normally they're alright, they just don't like having the camera shoved in the face. But yeah, these were about an inch and a bit in size when I got them, so yeah, they grew really well. So where are we now? At the beginning of May, and I've had these since February. The beginning of February it was. Don't want to come out at all. So just before we finish this video off, so this is the kanna, the Amatitlania kanna. So I've got quite a few of those growing on. Again, these will probably be ready, they won't be ready for the July auction, but they will be ready for the November one. So yeah, there's about 30 in there, I think. And if I can focus in, this is the rainbow cichlids. So yeah, I've been quiet on the videos for quite a while, but I have got back into the fish room, going back around the shops occasionally, and I've got back into breeding. This other tank, these are just the endless guppies, hundreds of them. They just sort of leave them in there. So yeah, there's fry in there and all kinds. Yeah, so Bills Cichlid Room. So yeah, as I mentioned before, just because I've not been making videos, I am still keeping the fish room running. To be fair, I did lose interest in it. What it is, it's going around the shops, and there's nothing there that sort of takes me interest. As you know, like sort of my main interest is the Central American cichlids. But yeah, if you go down to Wharf, you'll always find something in Wharf. The only problem is you always spend a fortune in there, and it's a full day out. So from Liverpool to Wharf, on a good day it's about 2.5 hours. But yeah, you've got to go down the M6, so it's always 3.5 hours to 4 hours. So yeah, so we've had a look at some of the tanks, and I'll do another video in a few days time and have a look at the rest of them and get you all up to date with what I'm keeping at the moment. So yeah, everyone keep well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.